Child, it's day 6 in the Karina Cooper case, and this is what I've learned. DA Kodiaga is about it. This is the first day in the defense's case in chief, and they call Karina Cooper to the stand. Child, Karina was up there on that stand, being lovable and sweet, talking about how much she loved Ryan. She said she wasn't really having a love affair with Houston because it was mainly online. She talked about how hard working her husband was, that sometimes he would work from sun up to sundown, and he'd be tired, and he'd fall asleep mostly in that recliner chair at 8 p.m. in front of the television as she would put the children to bed. She'd read a book, then she'd hear him turn the TV back on at 11, regular stuff that couples do, right? She said she met Houston because she used to cut his hair, and they would be a little bit flirty, and then they started messaging on Snap. Fast forward, she says that she didn't tell anybody that Houston had committed this crime because she was so afraid. Karina. It was all so believable until Cross. And now we get cussing Kodiaga on Cross. And baby, he did not disappoint. He said, Karina, you say you loved your husband. You loved Ryan. And she said yes. He said, now I want you to read these messages. Baby. All those messages that she was sending to Houston, calling her husband a fourth child. Calling her husband a sperm donor. And telling Houston, these your kids. I can't wait for you to take over in their lives. Telling Houston she don't want to go another summer with Ryan. And then the DA said, and you didn't, did you? Oh, baby. Karina, thinking these messages wouldn't come to life. She tried to clean it up, but it didn't help. And the DA wasn't going to let this slide. He said, nah, baby, read the messages word for word, what you said. He said, don't forget them heart emojis that you put in there. Don't forget those. Karina's friend said that when she drank, they had a nickname for her, Karen. Yep, Karen started coming right on out on that stand. She was getting angrier and angrier. She was glaring over there at the DA's table. She was correcting him. She was being snippy. I said, yeah, come on, Karen. Then it was saved by the bell because the judge was like, we need to take a break. They take a break, and then she come back. She all soft and poised now, crying again. Fact. They asked a few questions on redirect, and then the defense rested. We get our lunch break, and then we come back to the prosecution and their rebuttal witness. On rebuttal, we get the phone expert that comes back to say that there were no additional messages that they could find in Snapchat, because Karina tried to say that she didn't just say go when Houston said, I'm coming to your house. She said go to sleep, 3 separate messages, but the only message that came up was the go. That lady said, we ain't see no such a thing. And even if she had sent it and it didn't come across, there would be a sparse to let us know that there was a message sent, even if we couldn't read said message. So Karina, girl, stop it. And with that, prosecution rests, and we're going to get closing arguments, and the jury will get the case. What you think they're going to do?